Hi everybody. Today I want to talk about inspiration in the form of books. Um, Everybody needs some kind of inspiration at some point in their life. And my big thing is, don't just go to one source. I know a lot of people who are very steeped in their religion, and they only go in that manner. That's the only place they want to find their inspiration. And I am very open. I want, wherever God thinks I need that inspiration from, bring it on. And I received the most fabulous book in the mail. It's called Pug at the Beach by Jackson Dunes. And the author wrote it during a crisis in her life. And it's very simple. It's very, it's beautiful. It really is beautiful. It's called An Island Dog's Reflection on Life. And it's very short and sweet. It just has individual pages, nothing more than a page long. But it's kind of like each page has a philosophy. And I'm just going to give you an example. I'll try and give you a short one. Here, Pug's walking meditation. In the early morning of each and every day, when the beach was empty of people, and before even the sun had risen, and then later on again, when the daylight was beginning to fade to silver, Pug walked for miles on the beach, the sea lapping at his feet. All thoughts, both good and bad, all adversity, and all the turmoil of suffering soon faded into mist and were carried away on the warm breeze. This was Pug's walking meditation, his salvation, and it kept him happy and calm. Now, to some of you that sounds too simple, but to people who are really stuck, this is fabulous stuff. You just need a little bit of something to get you going each day. And like an idiot, I forgot what the website was, where you can read about Pug, because Pug's pretty big. Pug has a second book coming out soon, and order this book. So I'm gonna put it next to the video over here, or I think it's down here now. YouTube changes everything. I think it's below me now, and I'll have that there for you. But this is I have to tell you, you should get it for your kids. You have small kids, and read them a page every night. I think this is fabulous for kids. I know it's not geared toward children, because there are some words you would have to explain. Not that they're inappropriate, they're just what I would call big words. But really, 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 I think every parent should read this to their children. Pug at the Beach. Another place I get my inspiration is, God love this man, Joel Osteen. Yeah, some of you are going, ugh, he is a televangelist, if that's what you want to call it. But he's a real people person, and he really talks about life. He has his moments. I listen to him on TV, and he kind of gets kind of big into hallelujah and Jesus and all of that. Well, that's his job. But this one, it's your time, is pretty darn good. Activate your faith, achieve your dreams, and increase in God's favor. I like it because it came at a point in my life when I needed to remember who I was and why I was here, and that I had a really big job to do, and I couldn't let the naysayers and the negative people hold me down. And some of those people were really close to me, and now they're not. But not because of this guy, but because of myself, because of finally seeing who I was. But if you're stuck, if you just really need a shift, you know how I talk about conscious shifts? If you really need a conscious shift, read this book. Actually, these are CDs, so, because I lent out my book and I never got it back. But that's okay, because it got to somebody who needed it. So all I could find were the CDs, so I bought that just to have. And sometimes right before I go to bed, I stick them all in my CD player, and I just lay back and I just listen to him, because he reminds me that I'm a child of God. We're all children of God, and that we all have a reason for being here. We all have a big purpose in life. And I hate to tell you this, people, it's not always being a mother, being a father, being a sister, being a brother. You came with one big thing to do. And it took me a long time to figure out what mine was, but I did. Now here's another guy. This is pretty new, and he's another preacher. I'm sorry. I've listened to him on whatever, the Hour of Power, I think is the name of the other religion show, on those 13, 14, 15 channels. And his name's Robert Schuller, and he wrote Walking in Your Own Shoes. Now, I think he's written other books, but this one I like because, and again, for those of you who aren't Christian, you might not like this guy because he's very, very Jesus. I don't know how else to say it, but he uses that verbiage a lot. Where Joel doesn't always do that. He more talks to you like a person and one-on-one with the religion over here. The religion is over here, but we're here. This guy talks like this. He brings it all in. But I like his idea because, again, it's about life purpose. It's about discovering what you're here for, how to find your drive again. That's what he's more about. How to find that passion, how to find that focus. And, everybody needs things in different ways. So those are like, honestly, I just had to tell you about Pug because I really liked Pug at the Beach. I think he's just fabulous. And, there's other books. There's other things of inspiration. Mother Teresa inspires me beyond belief. And I actually saw in the store the other day this little gift set that they have. And it's got a little holder with these little cards with sayings of hers. And it's, kind of like a affirmation cards. And then a little book that, has information about her. And no, I didn't buy it. I probably should have because it really talked to me. But anything by her, I think is just, because that is one person who just had such passion for other people, for their suffering, for, to try and heal other people through whatever she could do. God bless her. I know she's in heaven, but God bless her anyways. And, the Dalai Lama, he's pretty inspirational. I read his books all the time. As a matter of fact, I think he has a new one out, and a little book. But I don't have it yet. Sorry, couldn't show you. Something about wisdom. Can't remember. Something about wisdom. But you can get inspiration from all sources. My point is, don't just go on one track. Don't just think you can only find your source from one place. There are so many places to find your answers. And inspiration can come from anywhere. My thing ever since my mother passed away was, if I need a sign that I'm on track, that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, I ask her for a sign. And what she sends is a white feather. And I have to tell you, one day I was really, really doubting myself. I was in the middle of a shift, and I was just really, you're moving forward in life and things are flowing, but I wasn't feeling it. I was seeing it, but I wasn't feeling it. So I had to ask for a sign. And one day I went walking with the dog, and all of a sudden I come right around the corner, and there is this huge pile of white feathers. No kidding. Some bird had just landed there and molted and left. I'm like, okay, I get it. Thank you. You're really, really, really on your path. Just keep going. So, find inspiration everywhere, anywhere, wherever you can, and ask for a sign. Ask for a sign, and then pay attention when you get it.